Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and we are live with this week's pre-orders. So we got a bunch of OG miniatures that have come back. So we have the Archaon, Lord of End Times, $50 for him, a little on the pricey side. But if you are after this guy, I'm sure he's pretty old. It's probably pretty tough to track down one of these bad boys. And when you do, I'm not sure you end up paying any less than this. So the option to buy, I think, is better than not. So that is cool. Me personally, not really interested myself, but I owned a lot of these models back in the day, and I'm not really nostalgic towards old, weak models. So next we have the Mounted Chaos Lord. Again, not bad. It has held up okay over time. And then we see a couple of these just absolute disasters. The Tzeentch Chaos Lord with Familiar is a terrible model. Not a fan, personally. $32 for that. The Slaanesh Chaos Lord is absolutely amazing, and basically is... I mean, if you look at him and look at the timeline, he's basically the first of the Hedonites. So the truth is, this model was so awesome, they basically designed an entire range of Age of Sigmar around him. So I would say this is a success. $32 for him. Holds up pretty nice. This one is iconic too, this classic Chaos Khorne Lord. With the new stuff coming out for 40k, again, this looks super dated, but it does hold up decent. And then we have the Nurgle Chaos Lord. Quite possibly one of the worst models Games Workshop has ever created. Just absolutely horrendous. Just everything about it is just terrible. $32 for him. So now let's talk about our recent release and the 2-week pre-order and the disaster that is Astra Militarum Army Box. So we already know in advance there have been some leaks about the Astra Militarum Codex. As always, leaks out well in advance. And so we have actually confirmed, while this set is still on sale, that the Astra Militarum Combat Patrol is these exact models. So we know the Combat Patrol is going to cost $150, and this is $200. So basically, you just have to decide, hey, do I want to buy the Combat Patrol and the Codex, and then get the cards for free, or not? Because that's really what it comes down to. Because the Codex is $55, the Combat Patrol is $150, so that's $205. So you pay $5 more, and you don't get the cards if you don't buy this box set. So is it a good deal? Yes. Is it a really good deal? No, it's honestly not. And, this is kind of pathetic on GW's part. While the value in the box appears to be okay, you still need to have savings in the army box over the regular Combat Patrol. So we saw recently the Leagues of Votann got their big box, and in their big box, they got the entire Combat Patrol. They just got one less squad of the Hearthkin Warriors, and then they got one extra character. So they got 11 extra models, and then they didn't get the Berserkers, which is 5 models. So realistically, even if the Berserkers and the extra 10 Warriors canceled each other out from that set, you still get a free character, plus the cards, plus the Codex, and all that stuff. So in my opinion, this is a good deal. It's a nice price over MSRP. But after seeing the Combat Patrol and everything, this is not nearly as good of a deal as it was originally perceived. So the truth is, if you were thinking about buying 2 of this box, you're going to end up with an extra Codex and an extra set of cards, and you just end up with 2 Combat Patrols. So you're much better off just buying 1 Combat Patrol and buying this, or buying this and buying something else. And it is very clear that these are failing to sell. I mean, I'm sure some are selling. I bought one myself, etc. I know a lot of other people did. But let's be real. There's a reason Games Workshop puts a 2-week pre-order on. They do that so they can funnel as many sales as possible through their website. And now, not only have they removed the restriction of 1 per customer, it's completely gone. It's not even 2 per customer or 3 per customer. It's 10. It's just as many as you want. You can add 100 of these to your cart, 10 at a time. So that tells you right there that these things are not selling. Now, is that a surprise? Of course not. This is jammed right towards the end of the year, right towards the holiday season, right on the heels of a Sigmar Chaos box, and then right before 15 new army boxes come out. 8 for Warhammer 40,000 and 7 for Age of Sigmar. So does it surprise me that this isn't selling out? No, not at all. And to tell you the truth, these things are going to be floating around to the end of time, if I'm correct. So again, looking through the rest of the stuff right here, we have the Diablo's Demise, Witchbringer, Gaunt's Ghost, the Golf Rocker. But here we are again, Cadian Blood Special Edition. These have typically run $60 from Games Workshop for the majority of these books. And now this is one of the first ones that we have seen at $75. Again, initially came out as quantity 1 and has been on pre-order for the same period of time. And they removed the quantity 1. So now you can just buy 10 of these limited edition books. There's 2,000 available in the world, and there's no restriction on anyone buying as many as they want. So what does that tell you? Again, not selling like they expected. Does it have to do with the price increase? Does it have to do with the fact that it is Cadian and people just don't care? I'm not sure, honestly, but the fact of the matter is they removed all restrictions. The 2-week pre-order period is, now running into the second week, and there is no signs of these things selling well, let alone selling out. We did see Krieg sell out, though, surprisingly enough. Oh, wait, no, because Krieg is super cool. And you might be a huge fan of Cadians or Cadia or the whole story behind that. But the truth is, it's just like super boring and vanilla. Krieg is like awesome and fun and exciting. I really don't know why Games Workshop can't pick up on the fact that people don't want just like corny old regular bros. Like, just give us some Catechins, give us some Death Riders, some more Krieg, give us, a kit for Valhallans, like just all that stuff. It's not that hard for them to make a kit with 10 models in it with a few options, and then we can convert, whatever we need, ordnance batteries with those gunners or sentinels or whatever the situation is. So when it's all said and done, in my opinion, big missed opportunity, but no surprises there. It's very clear the Games Workshop is trying to kind of just go towards that just regular kind of plain Jane type situation. So I was expecting them to stick to Cadians, stick to just the regular old boys, and then maybe down the line we'll get lucky and we will get a new Catechin kit or something like that. I really love the Krieg kit that came out, the Kill Team set. It's absolutely awesome. I would love to see them do more Krieg models. I would love to see them do, some of the other ones, like I said, Valhallans or Steel Legion or something like that. I don't know if we're going to get that. I think eventually we will, because Games Workshop just makes products to sell. But it is very clear now, after taking a look and seeing everything, that one, the Cadia Stands box set is a good deal for sure. It's definitely worth buying one, but it's not nearly as good a deal as some of these box sets have been in the past. And there's really no reason to buy two if we know the Combat Patrol is the exact components of the box. So there's really no reason to buy two if this is the exact components of the Start Collecting box. Because you're just going to end up with an extra codex and an extra set of cards, and then you're going to have to, try to shift those to one of your buddies or somebody on the internet or whatever. And you're doing all that, to get back the extra $50 you paid for the box set over the Combat Patrol. So in my opinion, not worth getting two of these. It is a cool set. The new models are awesome. I love that it's loaded with new models. I'm looking forward to the new codex. I think it's going to be very strong, very fun. But the truth is, once again, GW just really missed the ball on this one. And then on top of that, we're at the end of the year now. Very, very close to anything people want in time for Christmas. They're going to need to have ordered and received very, very soon with traveling and delays and all that stuff. So we're really down to the wire. I'm not sure exactly when all of these Christmas boxes are going to come out for order. But last year we saw delays, and some of them didn't even make it until after Christmas. So is that going to end up being the situation again? Did Games Workshop make 15 awesome army boxes that they're not even going to be able to get out in time for Christmas? I doubt it. I'm sure most of them will make it out. It's the 19th right now of November, though. So we're basically like 1 month and 1 week away from Christmas. So if we go all next week and then they're on pre-order, and then a week from that they ship out, we're down to like 3 weeks to 2 weeks before Christmas. So this appears to be a big debacle, and I'm really not sure if they're even going to make it out in time for Christmas. They pretty much have to be on next week's pre-order list, or you're not going to get them in time for Christmas. And that's assuming that the logistics isn't an issue, that the only issue is just getting you to buy them. But who knows? GW is obviously struggling with a lot of stuff going on. A lot of the prices for transportation and all this stuff have come down, the demand. But for whatever reason, they are just having some serious trouble getting product where it needs to be. So a nice big push on the Cadian set, on the Astra Militarum, Cadia Stands box set. But the truth is, in my opinion, this has been a pretty big flop so far. Some are selling for sure, but it's not nearly the push that we've seen for some of these other army sets. Nothing like what we saw on Votann. Completely sold out instantly on the day of, followed by a massive nerf. So, obviously maybe Games Workshop has learned its lesson. I suspect, though, that there's going to be some strong units in the Codex. I suspect, Games Workshop is kind of playing it by ear right now. They haven't even released like an official statement or anything. as to whether or not we should be using like the special rules, the balanced status light stuff that has come out. So we don't even know if guard are still affected by the special ordnance rules or if they're not affected by it. We don't know if they're getting that extra -1 to hit or the extra 1 armor save for, you know, your targets, etc. We honestly don't know. So I would expect some kind of announcement, some kind of release, FAQ, whatever, in the next like week or so as this box comes out and GW kind of lets us know what's going on. But I suspect that they're basically just trying to sit back and not do anything because they see how big the Votann situation has blown up in their face. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Let me know what you think. Were you expecting the Cadia Sands box, the Astra Militarum, to sell out like the Votann? Or do you think that, you know, the Votann rules were just so broken that's the only reason it sold out and normal army boxes won't? You think Games Workshop is just flooding the market with all these box sets towards the end of the year and really getting down to the wire, you know, to where they may not even get these out in time for Christmas? Or they still got plenty of time and I'm just paranoid? Let me know what you think. Always like to hear back from you guys. Which of the Christmas boxes are you most excited for? If you haven't been checking out the breakdowns on those, we did a value breakdown. We did a points breakdown for all the 40k ones. And we're going to work our way through the Sigmar boxes as well. But that's it for today. If you enjoy these daily reactions, reviews, and news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials, make sure you check out the videos. If you are into Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and Horus Heresy, I would do these daily videos. So make sure to like and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Really helps out the channel. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.